Good morning, everyone. So since I'm away today, so I cannot teach you directly, then I deliver the materials by using this video. Okay, so last week we have learned the importance of noun, verb, and adjective. And today we'd like to continue to grammar and skill learning. Now take a look at this picture. Can you describe the situation in the photo? You can use the vocabularies that you have learned previously. You have learned to distinguish between noun, verb, and adjective. So what possible noun you can find from this picture that describe the photo? And also, what is the adjective that is appropriate? So you can say, this is a meeting, it's a noun. And you can also say that this is a discussion. Discussion is also noun. And you can also add adjective before the nouns. For example, serious meeting or serious discussion. Alright, so if I may describe the situation in the photo, of course, I know what happened because I myself took the photo when I was studying a master degree in the UK. In the situation, everyone was speaking in English, so they had a discussion. When you are in such situation, you are there in the discussions and everyone is speaking by using English. So will you survive in the situation like that, which required you to communicate, to express your idea? You need to tell about information. You need to, for example, explain something related to something. It can be about your country, it can be about your family, it can be about your hobbies, and it can also be about your study of program. So what are you studying actually? Then, of course, you can also describe things. Like, for example, someone asks you about your home, your house. So can you describe your house, your village, for example, where are you from? And then can you also describe the people, can also tell the social life, and there are many other things. And perhaps you might need also to clarify things. For example, when I was there in the UK, when I say, where are you from? I'm from Indonesia. Where is it actually? They didn't know Indonesia, where is it? But if I told them that it's near from Bali, so I live in Jember and then near from Bali, and then of course they knew about Bali. So I clarified, well, actually Bali is one of a small island in Indonesia. Oh, I see. So clarifying things. Also, you need to ask information, not only that somebody asks you a lot of questions to you, but also you need to ask question to them. For example, if they ask you about your family, then you need also ask them about their family. If they ask you about your program of study, for example, then you need to ask them about it as well. So this is an exchange of information, actually, communication in such situation. Well, actually, what needs to be highlighted from this photo basically is that in communication there are a lot of functions that you need to perform. So if you learned English as a language and then you don't merely learn the vocabularies and that's all, no, but you need to order, you need to sequence the vocabularies into meaningful expressions, and then your expressions can function well if you really know how to produce it spontaneously, because you are in a spontaneous situation. You cannot say, for example, in the communication someone asks you about one thing and then you think in your mind and then, oh, wait a minute, let me take time to think about your question and then to write down about the answers, and then after that I will go back to you to answer the question. So the point here is that if you want to learn English, you need to learn how to create your expression spontaneously, and then you need also to make sure that your expressions function well. So what does it mean, function well? It means that you have to distinguish between a question. Questions means something used to ask a question, to ask something. If you want to wish to give information, then you need to give a proper statement. So you need to distinguish between statement and question. So today, I want to highlight what is statement and what is question. So, statement is a sentence that functions to inform about something. It can also to describe about something, to clarify about something, and to tell about something. That is a statement. And this is something fundamental. If you want to learn about statement, we need to distinguish between verbal and nominal. Why should we distinguish about verbal and nominal? Because they function differently between verbal and nominal. Verbal statement is used to express action or feeling. So in this statement, we use action or feeling verbs. For example, he teaches English. The word teaches is a verb. So if a predicate in this sentence we use verb, then the statement can be called a verbal. Another example will be, I always walk to campus. Walk is a verb, action verb. So because the predicate of this sentence use verb, action verb, then we call this as a verbal statement. So let's distinguish verbal statement from nominal. So what is nominal? In nominal statement, we try to express a state or condition or situation. For example, he is great in teaching. So in this case, the predicate is using to be, is. So in this case, the statement shows a situation or a state that he is great in teaching. The main point of this statement is the state that he is great in teaching. Another example will be, I'm always tired to walk to campus. So in this case, this statement shows to us that I am tired. So it is a state that I got tired to walk to campus. And the predicate of this statement uses to be. So the difference between verbal and nominal is that in verbal, the predicate uses action verb, but in nominal, the predicate uses to be. So the key point of the materials today is differentiating between verbal statement and nominal statement. Just an example from previous examples from me. For example, we have a positive statement, he teaches English. This statement is a verbal statement because the statement uses an action for teaching. So in this case, if we would like to turn or to change into negative statement, then we will need an auxiliary dash to add before the word not. So if we change he teaches English into negative, it will become he does not teach English. The same thing for the other example. I always walk to campus. This is positive verbal statement. Then if we would like to change into negative, then it will become I don't always walk to campus. So they are verbal statement. Verbal statement, if we change into negative, then they will need auxiliary in front of the word not. But for nominal, because we use to be, then we just need to add not after to be. For example, he is great in teaching. A positive nominal statement, he is great in teaching. If we would like to change into negative, then we need only to add not after to be. So he is great in teaching, it will become he is not great in teaching. Another example, I'm always tired to walk to campus is a positive nominal statement. It uses to be, that's why we call this as a nominal statement. Then if we change into negative, then we just add not after to be. So I'm always tired to walk to campus. If we change into negative, it will become I'm not always tired to walk to campus. Right. So can you distinguish between verbal and nominal statement?